the CEO of Your Life, a live show. I'm Yvonne of Amazing Self Coaching, and we help driven business owners to reach their next level with more income, working smarter, and living better. And in this show, I host the most amazing guests so that you actually can learn from what they share with you without having to do any work, or you just take what they share with you. And today we have a very special guest. Laurie is here with us to talk about the power of being at a crossroads. Laurie, can you please introduce yourself for those who are watching?
Hi, Yvonne. I'm delighted to be with you again. This is Laurie. I'm Laurie Seymour. I am the CEO and founder of the Baca Institute, host of Wisdom Talk Radio. And I am, as it says on your screen, Quantum Connection Mentor, which really has to do with activating and enlivening and accelerating your own connection with your inner guidance system so that you can create what you want to create in the world.
I love that. And I've been told that today is a very, very special day for quantum leaps, isn't it? Being Leap Day.
It is true. That is true. It's like it opens the consciousness to what does that even mean?
I like that. I like that a lot. But let's talk about the power of being at a crossroads. Because many people that you and I know, and many people, just in general, find themselves all of a sudden at a crossroads. And I immediately see this romantic movie with a beautiful crossroads, but in reality, it never feels as romantic. It never feels as nice. It very often feels like, what do I do now? And there is so much power, though, in that moment of being at a crossroads. So that's why you and I wanted to discuss that today, and also what we offer to help you to, cross the crossroad in the right direction. So, Laurie, can you share a bit about how you see the power of a crossroads?
Yes, and I was thinking about it at an even bigger level, and I will talk about the personal because that's what we're really here to talk about. And I'm also aware of the feeling that so many people are speaking about right now, of feeling like the world is at a crossroads, that we can go, it almost feels like, and it's not linear, it's not either or, but it almost feels that way. And so people are, that I've been speaking with are feeling somewhat on hold, like, I don't know which way to go. I don't know if I can really reach out. I don't know if I can take this quantum leap to create the next step in my business, in my world. And that's such a rich and vibrant time, not necessarily that the world is at that crossroads, but that when you are there, that's what you were just speaking to, it has such potency. It offers us a leap into what was unknown, starting to make that known. And the reason it isn't so nice and linear and, oh, here's this beautiful crossroads, is because it has to do with stepping into the unknown.
I love that. Yeah. And I can feel immediately like the peace and the calmness, like, it's all good.
Yeah. Once you realize it, once you give yourself that recognition of, oh, I'm feeling this way because I don't know what's going to happen and I don't know what the result is going to be.
Yes. Yes. But it's quite nice to be in that space and to allow yourself to be in that space, because it's quite powerful when you allow yourself to take the time in and to really investigate a bit further. Where am I? What do I really want? And we're not talking about, okay, do I paint my kitchen white or gray, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about major shifts. A lot of my clients are thinking about their business. What direction should I go in? What am I offering? Am I changing up my clientele? Like fundamental questions. And what I find is that too often we just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And
we don't take time out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so excited what we're offering.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it a bit?
Sure. I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about the power of being in the void. It's another way of thinking about the unknown, because it's so creative. And you and I have both had our share of being in transitions and being at a crossroad. And in a way, what we're offering directly addresses that and feels like it's another crossroads for me personally. It's doing something. Well, I'll talk about it first. We're offering the Morness Retreat, which is this wonderful, amazing time, out of space, in your own space, and in the space of a welcoming environment just outside of Barcelona, Spain, for 6 days, where you really get to go deeply within yourself and have great fun. Eat wonderful food, sit by the pool, talk with other amazing people, and feel the synergy and what I call the co-creation that starts to happen when you're there in an environment that is consciously being created to support you at the crossroads.
Yeah, I'm so happy that we're offering that, because you touch on two things that are very important. I feel like allowing yourself to be in the void,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, I must say, because I always feel like I'm in motion. I'm always, there's always something to do. Um, and when you're ambitious, when you want more, you it's very hard to allow yourself to stay in that void, because you
Mm-hmm.
you're like, I just want to go.
Yeah.
And that is for me the reason why this retreat that we're offering, the Mornings Retreat, is so incredibly valuable, because it allows people to just be,
Mm.
to experience that void, to release the pressure, because that's for me very important.
Mhm.
Release the pressure, and to enjoy yourself, to literally retreat.
From the
So
have tos, the shoulds, the ought tos.
yes, and from what I also hear a lot is my clients telling me, I can't stop thinking. Even when I'm not working, I'm working. I had a client today, and I have to chuckle, and I think many will recognize it. And she said to me, because we've been looking at, how to free up your calendar and how to block some time for yourself. And she said, yeah, so I've got these blocks in my calendar that says free, but I've experienced that they truly need to be free, and they can't be, oh, I'm going to work on my business plan. But
Mhm.
that's how it so often works. We block our time just for us. And then we go like, oh, I have to read that business book, or I have to catch up on my email, or what have you. And before you know it, you're working again.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and that to me is why this combination of the Mourners Retreat allows you to tap into the power of being at a crossroads.
Yeah. Yeah. And think about it this way. Think about, because it is so difficult to pull away, whether it's your business or your life, it is hard. It just is. And so if you say, okay, I'm going to spend some money, I'm going to take some time, and I'm going to allow myself to do this. I'm going to allow myself to just step out of my life. And then, so what does that mean? Does it mean you have to be on your emails all the time? Well, if you really give yourself this space, it means, oh, I get to wake up in the morning in a beautiful environment, and I can walk outside my front door and I can look down and there's the Mediterranean. I can decide I'm going to go on this early morning beach walk with Yvonne to do an all walk. I can go into breakfast and have a nourishing, delicious breakfast, and then take some time to get really quiet in some Turiya meditation, or whatever else is being created that day for you. And then there's time in the afternoon. You have this glorious lunch with our amazing chef, and then you have time. You can just sit by the pool and maybe do a little journaling. Maybe you want to get quiet again. Maybe you want to take another walk. Maybe you want to take a swim. whatever it might be. Maybe you want to have a Terea touch session, which is an energy session, or a strategy session with you where you've gotten these ideas and like, well, what's the next step? Let me go talk to Yvonne. So, I'm painting part of the picture of what this retreat can offer to you particularly when you're at a crossroad in your life.
Yeah. And I'm already like, okay, take me there right now. I can't wait. But what I'm also thinking is that part of our program is in the morning, is the group program, is where we are really reconnecting with our inner guidance. And if we're talking about crossroads, that inner guidance is so valuable. It's also the reason, the disconnect, why we often feel like pressured, or we feel like we don't know, and I want to know, and I need to know, and then, okay, give yourself some time. The next day, I don't know, and it's just it makes life hard when there's so much pressure, and when there's such a disconnect with that inner guidance.
Yeah.
And that for me is like a present that keeps on giving.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, it's beautifully said. Because once you start to do that, you don't want to make your decisions without tapping in. You don't want to decide what you're going to do next or how it's going to be constructed without tapping in and getting the feeling in your own body. Oh, yes, this is right. It's right not because someone else has told me it is, but because it feels right in every cell of my body. And then it's like you've got all of you behind you and in you to move forward with.
I like that. Yeah. I really like that. It's like, for me, it's the, oh, I'm gonna see let's see what there is. But for me, it's really, it's the best gift to give yourself, or it's the best gift to give someone close to you, because it's truly a gift. It's a gift to allow yourself to be in that crossroad. It's a gift to allow yourself to simply be. It's a gift to unwind. And what I also, know that might happen is that because you retreat, because you unwind, you're gonna come back and you're gonna be like, it's almost as if you allow and unleash your own power.
Exactly. And people know that. People have had that experience, but it's so easy to forget it. And I love that, it's that one value our listener was saying, you choose to be there. And when you make that choice to retreat, as you're saying, what you're saying to your own system, your own being, is that, okay, I'm going to listen. I might not even know how to listen, but I'm going to take some time out to listen. And in doing that, there is a trust that starts to be built, that starts to be created. And then what happens is that trust builds. It's like the quantum field starts giving back to you because you start allowing it. It's already there anyway, but if you've got all your conceptions in the way and all your busyness, you can't receive it.
Yeah.
You can't get there.
And that's so wonderful that you are there as the quantum connection mentor. I just love that. And what I really like is that we take these concepts that are quite abstract for most people. What is it? We've all, well, not all, but a lot of us have heard about a quantum leap, and we know it's something exciting, but what is it truly? And to give people the opportunity, because if you then think about a crossroad, it's not just that you then decide, okay, I'm going left or I'm going right. Taking the leap. It's not the normal pace. It's like, and there you are.
Exactly. And you can't really even tell, how did I get here? that's the magic I see all the time, and that is so powerful at an experience like this.
Yeah.
And we are absolutely dedicated, I want to say this, to not only to providing the means and the environment for you to have a quantum leap, but to know how to then bring it back into your life.
Mm.
We don't want you to just say, oh, that was the best time ever, and oh, I forgot it all. Because we want you to be able to bring this back into your life in such a way that you're there creating what it is you want to create, living in the way that you want to live.
Yes. Yeah, and I don't know. I just love this feeling, this energy, and I think if you feel this as well, today we enclosed the retreat link already in the show notes. So feel free
Great.
to take a peek. If you have any queries, just ask Lori or myself. We will be happy to chat with you. And I feel like I'm wrapping up. I'm not wrapping up, but I just want to say that if you feel this like we're feeling it, because honestly, I'm like, let's go, let's that because it's I'm almost
Still
like
a couple months away, but
let's go there because it's such a vibe. It's so amazing. It's so one of the participants said, I'm allowing myself this, and this is my prosperity because I am here allowing myself this, and that is such a gift.
Wow.
And that kind of sums it up. And like you said, we're gonna make, we've got everything set up. We've got the best chef because we like good food, and everything is nice, and it's facilitating for you.
Mm-hmm. You just have to make the choice to receive and to give yourself that gift and that opportunity. By the way, it is April 20th to 26th. We didn't say that. So you have time. You have time. I don't want to say you have time to make a decision because rooms are going fast.
Yes.
I want to say, really, if you do, just to echo what you said, Yvonne, if you do find this feeling bubbling up in you, like, wait a minute, what is that? Why? I don't think I should go. It's because that's that feeling that's saying, pay attention, pay attention. You need to be there. And it's not my voice, it's not your voice, Yvonne, but it's that your own inner voice. So pay attention to that and go and see how beautiful the place is, because look at the pictures, look at the link, just get curious.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. It's also close to a very amazing beach, which I really love. Has the best sunrises, best sunsets. The flowers are beautiful. The Bourbon view. It's just, yeah, it's a little piece of heaven basically that you get to experience. And I mean, Spain itself, it's so wonderful, and the pace is so much slower. So you kind of unwind automatically as soon as you step out of the plane. I must say, I had to think about this because I was in New York last week.
Very different energy.
And it was definitely freezing. I was in New York, and what I saw first when I came out of the airport, I saw snow, and I was like, okay, it's really cold here. It's really cold. And I came back in Spain, and I was like, okay, it's 5 times as warm. The sun is out. It's all so friendly, and it's so beautiful, and it's all green, and there's so much green around me, and there was the lovely sea, and I was like, who wouldn't want that?
Exactly. And you know how to run a business from within that place of deep connection with yourself.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of this.
Yeah. So the power of being at a crossroad is very powerful as soon as you allow yourself to just be there. And we know that may not be easy during these times in this environment. So that's why we created a safe space for you to do enjoy the power of being at the crossroad, and to actually, help you to help yourself reconnect so that the crossroad decision becomes easier. And other than that, it even, can be jumped or leaped, as I should say, on leap day.
It can be that leap to a new dimension, because it's crossroads look like they're linear. It's this or it's this, but it's never that way in truth.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very true. So, yes. One more time, if you want to check out the retreat, please check out the link in the show notes or connect with me or with Lori. We would be happy to talk to you. We have limited spaces. We need to say that as well. And truly, because it's going to be a very intimate group. And I think half of the spots or more are already gone. So don't wait too long.
Come and join us and get to hang out with some amazing people too.
I love that. So we would love to see you, and hope to see you same time, same place next week.